I was also
her
just
lore
reading.
was fun to learn about.
Yeah, I was also just reading general Slavic spells to devote the other day and how weird they are.
There are some weird ones.
Canon in D&D 5e now.
She
right?
is, yeah.
Yeah, she's just Tasha's like an alter ego of Tasha.
But the like Slavic spellwork or like stuff is just the weirdest because like what was it? If you want a boy to fall in love with you, you bake a mole heart into a piece of bread that they eat. So love is blind, and you're like, okay, I see where you got to where you got there, but why?
A mole heart?
Yes, because love is blind, and they want you to blindly love you. Like, I get the connections, but what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? What other blind animals are you? Come here, delicious mole.
And the heart. So you like
just the heart. Yeah, what is up with you and eating hearts, Josh? Cherry? Explain.
I don't know.
They're tasty.
So, look,
eat his heart.
The first
his
one
power.
was peer pressure. Grabella's not smart. She's gonna do what people tell her to. It's fine.
Chug.
Yeah, that's basically what that scene was. Chug.
It's like, oh man, this is my first kegger. I don't know what to do.
I probably am a human dumpster. This will be fine. Or a dirt jazzy dumpster.
We've got the hose. We've connected it to the barrel. All right. Open wide, Grabella. Let's hang her upside down over the keg. Just full on rager.
Yes.
All right. Stretching. Making sure everything's functioning. Making sure the YouTube feed is not busted. If it is, that'll suck. Because it'll probably be busted all session.
YouTube Plus.
No, it looks questionable. Hold on. Alright, crossing fingies. And I'm sure etc. will tell me if it's up or not, but seems good. Well, everybody, thank you for coming back to more D&D. It is a pleasure to have everybody. We're going to do a quick recap, and then I'm going to let everybody know, once again, that for a little while, C-Swab will not be joining us because his work has moved him to a night shift and has directly overlapped our sessions. So, until that gets resolved, C-Swab will not be able to join us. So, in-game, C-Swab will canonically become our co-doc master, keeping an eye on things in Maginox and making sure that commerce is, flowing in and out, but he's got a pretty tough job to do, and he's going to be tracking most of the paperwork, but you guys might still have to butter up some of those merchants. But anyway, getting back into our recap. Last you left off, you were visiting the enigmatic were-raven Catherine Ravensblood. As guests in her manor, you were exchanging some information, namely about a lot of the goings-on in Maginox. And a very curious thing began to happen as what was perceived as reality seemed to occur again, almost like things were overlapping each other, or perhaps an illusion was being concocted. But even Catherine did not seem to notice the magics at play in her own home, and that concerned the vampire greatly. And as Catherine looked around at whatever aberration was occurring that was trying to fish information out of Azrael, Grabella, and Coslo, she didn't seem to sense anything out of the ordinary. But, Azrael, you seem to understand that a certain lich was trying to, at least, have you perceive or let out additional information about the goings-on in Maginox so that a certain Narcissa Soulblight could return to her icy tomb and plot for, well, reasons unknown. As Catherine's concern about the Lich spying on you in her own home grew, there was a sense of unease that fell over all of you as you began to realize that Narcissa's power was suddenly becoming more of a threat and not just a whisper in the back of your minds. Seems like the Blood Hag entering Narcissa's chamber was allowing some latent magics to slip through, and Narcissa would try and use anything at her disposal to fish information out of you. Now, let's recap you all as individuals real quick. Asriel, after resurrecting a young goblin girl from the dead, she has become a devout disciple of, well, whatever this new religion may be. And after gifting her one of the Maginox abandoned churches, she is set to work on creating a new religion within Maginox that will do nothing but worship Asriel, and possibly make you some money on the side. As for Grabella, after eating a necrotic preserved dragon heart, you began manifesting draconic tendencies, including breathing fire and having a resistance to it as well. But it seems like your presence now is more draconic than Ganassi, as kobolds seem to be flocking to your location, more than willing to serve their new queen. As for Kozlo has discovered that he's had quite the criminal past, and now that he is trying to get his goblin-y little fingers into the pocketbook of Maginox, that certain characters from his past would like their debts paid. Kozlo, an explosives expert, has been known to create, has been renowned, actually, to create fanciful arcane explosives. But the transport of these goods has gone not so great, resulting in a lot of exploded ships and their cargo sinking with them. And so, Kozlo, dipping from city to city, has now discovered that he has a foothold and quite a bit of a gang here in Maginox. The people that you saved from the Blood Hag within the Lavare jail are now working for you. I wouldn't say at your beck and call, but they're definitely employed by you in the gang. And now, Kozlo, not just a brainiac genius explosives expert, but a semi-partial leader of said unnamed gang of Maginox. I don't think your gang has a name.
We came up with one, but I don't remember what it was now.
Yeah.
It was the something syndicate. I remember that.
We'll go to the tapes. I'll have to go back to the tapes because we also named the church.
You know what? It's your gang, and if you woke up the next day and said, you know what? We're now XCOM. We're X-Corps. I think everyone will be okay with that. All right. Well, now that Kozlo has put down some roots in Maginox and his influence is once again growing, he sees opportunity and money, and the potential at some power as he plays a dangerous game with Maginox's undead leadership. So now, between the currently the three of you, the Maginox docks are rather firmly under your influence, and the gang that you had rescued from Lavare are doing their best to keep the peace, whatever that may mean. The merchants are still quite hesitant to ship their goods overseas without some, knowledge or promise that their ships are not going to be harmed in the process. The recent upset in Maginox and the shift of power from the Maginox Council to potentially a single king and queen that is also relatively unknown to the public, has caused some upset. And, well, without having a bevy of merchants in the palm of your hand, Kozlo, the economy is going to struggle. So, you've got a couple options into at least making the economy of Maginox a little bit better, including currying the favor from some of the merchants there. It seems like just simple words and assurances haven't been enough. And so, kobolds, cultists, and dock workers, ahoy, let us return back to whatever is going on in House Ravensblood, as it seems like Narcissa was casting a strange illusion over the party and trying to squeeze information from you that perhaps she may not have been partial to initially. Let us return. One moment, please. All right. As we return to the relative comfort of Catherine's vampiric abode, the sound of were-ravens that she has been meeting with have been gronking and cawing through the halls as you all are sitting in front of the fireplace. Catherine was just talking about how the council was shifting from a group of creatures of the night, each having a say in what is going on in Maginox, back to its original leadership structure, one governed by a strong king and queen, two singular rulers that could be less easily manipulated than a court of self-serving vampires. But everybody might not be on board for this. But Catherine, being a part of the council, seems more than willing to see this through. Whether it's her devotion to these curious Lunesti nobles, or merely seeing Maginox's best interests at heart. She seems earnest that the shift of power from the courts to the Lunestis will certainly be in Maginox's best interest. But now, it seems like it's put you in an awkward position, because if you don't seem to agree with the current power structure and how it's shifting within the city, it may put you at odds with Catherine. But what benefits Kozlo, Grabella, and Azrael more? Having multiple courts filled with creatures of the night, each having a say at the table, or perhaps being a councilman on a royal court with a direct line to the king's ear. Let us
seem to recall that we did demand a lunch with the king, future king.
Yes, I remember
that. Was part of our
that.
demands.
And we were teeing up going into her creepy garden.
That is correct.
Oh, yes.
Because we gotta get the thing for the merchant, so shit starts happening there.
One thing that Catherine has told you, at least, about the Night Bloom Garden is that it's had some problems recently, and a lot of the plants that were there have they've undergone some damage. And unfortunately, it might make some of the species of plants that live there a little more hostile than they have been in moments past. They're not simple blooms in the night bloom garden, but a number of poisonous sprouts, beautiful semi-sentient plants, and other things live there. Catherine, it is one of Catherine's most prized possessions, and the recent unintentional arson to a part of the night bloom garden certainly irritated the old vampire. Sorry, I'm still clearing the throat a little bit, so forgive me if I take a drink between sentences. Catherine, being on the side of the the Lunesti court and the shift of power, does seem like she seemed to receive well your request for a lunch with the future king, whether that lunch is a lunch or a meeting. But considering that you all have done her a good amount of favors, and she has done you favors in return, she agrees, and she will attempt to set this up for you. It will be some time in the future, so it may take a little bit. But now, Catherine does, as you mentioned the night bloom and retrieving it from the merchant, Catherine did seem visibly irritated. She would not allow the procurement of a full night bloom, as that would also just be a logistical nightmare, just due to the sheer size of it. But if you could convince it to perhaps lend you a seed, then she can put the sorry, cat is trying to jump up on the table. The potential danger that this merchant might fall under, just due to a, terribly, horribly, possibly carnivorous night bloom, immediately consuming him. If you give him a seed and he grows it himself, and then he gets eaten by a night bloom, it's his fault, right?
Oh, it's a liability thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Puzzles on
gotta
that.
cross the T's, dot the I's. But you may have to get the seed from the night bloom by force, as they are not willing to give them up so easily. But Catherine will allow you into the night bloom garden. She just says to, not destroy it, please. The night bloom will give you some problems, but it is a hardy plant, and if you exhaust it enough to where it is willing to open its central pod for you, then perhaps you can gift this merchant his precious seed. No wonder why he didn't want to come and get it himself. He would have lost both arms in the process.
Well, is there anything that it likes to eat? Should we bring it a snacky?
The night bloom has undergone some recent changes, and it is constantly hungry. You won't get it to open its seed pod just by giving it a snack or two, but it may sedate it enough to make it a little less dangerous. You're going to have to... sorry, cat is on the table.
Damn it,
Since
cat.
the night bloom is rather out of season, you're going to have to get it to a point where, well, it's not going to want to move anymore and reach into it to retrieve the seed pod rather than cutting it out. And if you could avoid burning down my entire garden, that would be
Yeah, I mean-
appreciated.
Yeah. I can bulldoze when I need to bulldoze, but I won't bulldoze a pretty garden.
So if you have to poke at it or shear off a couple of errant leaves, I suppose that's fine. It could use a trimming. Just try not to entirely incinerate it, hmm?
I'll try to just set things on fire best I can. I think
Azrael glances
Kazo's
nervously at both of you.
Kazo is more likely to set things on fire than I am, I think.
What is that supposed to mean?
You know what that means.
I don't know. You both set lots of things on fire.
Yeah. I can refrain.
It does seem like
I got
you both have
pokey pokes.
you have a penchant for lighting things on fire.
Oh yeah, when I'm mad, and it's like somebody's being a hobo. Yeah, I'll set them on fire.
That's a valid point. Is the night bloom rude?
Rude.
Yeah, is he gonna talk shit?
The night bloom has some limited sentience, but I wouldn't suggest insulting it.
Oh, I don't plan on it.
But are you going to call it names? I'm afraid that won't allow it to release its seed pod.
Azrael glances nervously at Grabella and Coslow.
Is this like that thing I've heard about where you talk nice to plants? The like reactimate to it or something?
It is a simple druid trick. We can communicate limitedly with plant life, but they tend to have short memories and curious outlooks on life.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yes, when you were born and only allowed to root in one place for the entirety of your existence, your wisdom is limited. I find that to be true of even people. It is good to take wing and search for knowledge where you can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The plants tend to have very simple responses. Can be taken with a grain of salt. They say trees are wise, perhaps in their own sphere of influence, which only extends as far as their roots. I find mushrooms to be infinitely more interesting.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to plants more.
Catherine just kind of waves her hand a little bit dismissively and gives you a slight chuckle.
Maybe when things aren't shit in the fan or however that is, you could tell me more about plants. I would like to learn.
I do believe it would behoove you to get in touch with your earthly roots.
Yeah, I just kind of live my life as a big girl go punch things. And I think getting to know more, I mean, I like rocks. But liking plants would be cool, I guess.
She kind of scratches her head.
Everyone must start somewhere, whether it is talking to a rock or the limited wisdom of a plant. Me, I prefer to see the ecosystem as a whole and make sure everything is working in harmony.
Yeah, so you promise not to set Miss, Ravenswood's, garden on fire?
It would be a kindness.
Alright, just so long as this plant isn't a dick.
I assure you it is quite irate. But just cut off any diseased or sad-looking leaves, and eventually you'll tucker it out. You'll be fine. And I'm sure you can handle plucking out a couple thorns from your skin.
Yeah.
Once you reach the Night Bloom Garden, you can find it if you're heading From your den, you want to go to the southeast, and you'll follow around the buildings, and you'll take the second left. It'll be a large, dark building, surrounded by glass panels and slightly singed trees outside. There are some goblin gardeners who are regulars to the Nightbloom Garden. They tend the plants within, since the plants are recovering from their recent bout with arson. They are more or less keeping their distance from the ones that are more irate. However,
Is that why are the goblin gardeners why it was accidentally arsoned? Are there anybody you would know there, Green Coslow?
I don't know if I like the implication here.
But don't goblins like explosives? That's what you always say.
No. The gardeners did not have anything to do with the fire damage that occurred within the Nightbloom Garden. I don't believe Coslow had anything to do with it. Coslow?
Pretty sure I know if I burn down a garden.
She looks
Would
back
you,
over at
though?
Asriel.
Isn't that kind of how fire works? It gets out of control.
Yeah, but I like to watch it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Regardless, please try not to harm the gardeners. They're working quite hard into making sure many of these, nightborn plants recover. And one last thing. Avoid bathing them with any sort of light. These plants are all based on the night, and they tend to wilt under strong sunlight. Could you do that for me?
Got it. No light.
And no fire.
Yeah.
No fire. But some light.
No light.
Neither.
Light. A little bit of fire.
No light, no fire. No, don't.
Cause we
Don't
really gotta
say
get
it.
you some stuff that ain't fire. I love fire just as much as... Well, that's not true. A third of as much as you probably do. But I think we're gonna have to get you some stuff that don't just go boom.
What do you mean? I got lots of things that...
Kazo like starts like looking around through his bag. Eventually pulls out like it definitely is a grenade, but it looks cold.
Yeah, I got these things.
Maybe we shouldn't cold the garden either, unless...
No
You got-
light, no fire, no cold. What can we do with a garden?
We gotta poke it and trim it.
And perhaps if you must use fire, just please don't burn down the place. Please. The plants have gone through so much.
Solemnly promise I will not burn down the place on purpose.
Well, thank you. I suppose that is as much as I could ask for. Very well. Procure your seed and curry the favor of this merchant you want, and be careful. This seed is going to be quite valuable and dangerous to get. But if he wants it, then, well, I'm not surprised he sent you all. My gardeners would have probably kicked him out on sight.
Oh, he definitely had the vibe of the guy whose picture is on the wall of "Do not let this person enter."
Catherine grunts. Very well. And when you approach the garden, just make sure you get the attention of one of the gardeners to let you in. Here. She hands Grabella a small token. It is a raven that is looking forward and a small circular brooch.
Oh, fancy.
Here, this is, my mark. Just show this to the gardeners outside. Or inside.
Okay.
And they should let you in.
This is pretty. Can I keep it?
Let's see how everything progresses first, shall we?
Okay.
To some, it may be considered a pledge that I don't feel that I want to burden you with now.
Oh. I was going to use it for the garden and then just keep it because it was pretty.
It is pretty. It is pretty.
Oh, it would go really well with your tiara, Grabella.
Oh, yeah.
She puts it on the tiara.
Oh, that actually does look quite nice.
Yeah. But, I understand what you mean. It means, you give it to people that are doing certain things for you at certain times, and, or as you said, promised.
It can be considered something like a signet ring, and I haven't had you pledge any sort of loyalty to the Ravensblood house, not yet. I do believe that would be quite rude and unnecessary on my part. And besides, we should be discussing what is best for Maginox and not what is best for me.
That's what I appreciate about you, Miss Ravenblood.
I do believe those things eventually do go hand in hand, but we can all work together to make sure that at least the creatures of the night who have come to Maginox for some sort of succor will be able to persist here. But for now, we have to appease the fickle desires of some of these reticent merchants, and to make sure that they open their doors once again, and make sure that Maginox's economy is free-flowing again, and not with dark things like the trading of body parts or for gold.
Nor people.
She growls a little bit and puts the token thing away.
These are the
quiz.
things we should not.
Tell us something only Catherine Ravensblood would know.
Pop quiz. Something only Catherine Ravensblood would know. She looks around.
Ezreal narrows their eyes.
One of my ravens that I was having a meeting with in the other room, he has a younger brother, named Blue.
Does that sound accurate to you guys, Grabella, Coslow?
None of you.
Somebody should roll perception that's not me, but I'll do it. Wait.
I maybe didn't think this through very far.
Well, Grubella's vaguely perceptive. Not the best, but
Did you see his name tag when we came in?
You didn't
Hi,
see
my
any
name
of
is Blue. I'm here to help.
You didn't see any of the ravens she was meeting with earlier. But she did mention that she was meeting with ravens earlier.
It's all figuring out who's doing what, and if what's-her-face is doing things, getting a little confusing for me.
I don't know. It seems good enough to me.
I am quite concerned about whatever that lich may be up to and whatever information she is trying to get. But she still has limited power. So if she's trying to gather information, she may not be able to do anything with it anyway.
Yeah,
well,
though
that sounds
that's...
precisely like what a lich trying to throw us off her scent would say.
Oh
yeah,
dear.
the last time we left her alone, though, was when the bloodhead got hold of her.
Grabella shivers.
Not a good sign, at least. Understanding that whatever containment she is in has been breached. Keep an eye on her. She's going to be a tricky one.
Yeah.
Catherine gets up. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, there's just the king going into the garden. Confusing stuff about the other things. No, I think that's it.
Let's do this to make sure that, well, whatever this merchant wants in the docks, if he's what we need to get everything kick-started again, get him his seed and make him happy.
Yeah.
On it!
Thank you.
All we gotta do is burn down a garden.
No!
I mean, not
No.
burn down a garden.
If you burn down the night bloom, there won't be any seeds to procure anyway.
Yeah, then we won't be able to get you stuff.
But let him
Grabella's brain
grow,
is just at its limits.
let him grow his own thing and let him reap what he sows.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that part.
If there's nothing else you need, she gets up. I'm going to do some cursory investigation just to make sure this lich is not a lingering presence in my home. Do excuse me. And again, be careful with the night bloom garden.
Yep.
Catherine leaves, leaving you all in the room to plot your next move. What do you do?
She told us to be careful with her garden a lot. I feel like she doesn't know who she's talking to.
I think she knows exactly who she's talking to.
We had a rest recently, right?
I don't know.
Can't remember.
I think you did have a rest while you were in Catherine's house. If not, you can definitely take a long rest now. I think everybody should do that.
I was gonna say my normal bar of stuff is poofed. I don't know how to make it be a thing again.
Go ahead and take
I
a...
think that's broken. You have to double click yourself and go into your character sheet.
Okay.
But I don't know if I know how to do a rest from here. Oh, it's the little bed. It's
Yeah, the bed.
That's your icon on the top left.
Take a rest.
Long rest. Is new day? Shrug.
Is new day.
What are day? What are
Well-
day in Maginox?
Yeah, they're all
It's
nights.
been like a month. It's fine.
I'm totally rested at some point this month, probably.
All right, Kozlo takes a long rest. Grabella takes a long rest. Get your hit dice back. Azrael takes a long rest. As you take some time to recuperate in front of the warm fire of House Ravensblood, you take a moment to think about what Catherine has told you. Don't burn down the Night Bloom Garden. Get this picky merchant what he wants. And just a warning, the recovering plants will be quite irritated, so maybe try not to upset them too much. There will be a gaggle of gardeners within the Night Bloom Garden, who will be making sure that the garden does not burn down to the ground again.
So, guys,
Yeah,
Catherine said no fire.
yeah,
She said no light.
yeah.
She didn't say anything about insect plagues, though.
Oh. Yeah, but is...
Grabella just kind of makes a face at Azrael.
Great, we're loading insect plague.
Hooray!
If we infest your garden, she's gonna be so mad.
Like, oh no, the plants aren't burned down, they're just all eaten by bugs.
It's fine, guys. The last PC cleric who walked into the Nightbloom Garden fucked everything up. I'm sure there's not anything Azrael's going to do wrong here. Wink.
Uh-huh. So reassuring, this wink.
All right, the three of you take your rest, and Coslow, the last one to wake up, wakes up from your comfy position on the chair. None of you have any dreams or visions of Narcissa, whose powers seem to have waned in the wake of whatever illusion she was concocting. And now the relative gronking of ravens rouses you from your sleep, and you will once again awaken in another dark night of Maginox. The Nightbloom Garden awaits. What do you do?
All right, let's go not burn down a garden.
Yeah.
What else were we supposed to not do? I don't remember.
Light.
All right, no light in the garden either.
No light, no fire, but bugs are okay.
Oh, God.
Bugs were
Weird.
not
Still
mentioned.
iffy on whether or not I can freeze it.
I feel like bugs and freezing are still gonna get us in trouble, but she technically did not say those things, so
No, it
last
was an
resort.
exhaustive list. Let's go.
Oh God.
It's a good thing you're here, Grabella, this smart one.
Oh dear, why if I'm the smart one, we're surely screwed.
Oh, God.
Which is great because Azrael's really wise and Kozlo's actually really intelligent.
Grabella is not.
Grabella's neither of those things, and yet somehow, the voice of reason.
It's that slight amount of soldier instinct that kicks in from time to time.
Azrael, the door to Catherine's study lies before you. What do you do? You enter the familiar
fun.
hallway. Do-do-do-do, as you all make your way through Catherine's mansion.
I remember us going through a door and then into the back. Wasn't it through the place where we ate dinner and stuff?
Yes, that's the down here, opposite side of the house.
As you get closer to the opposite side of the house, you hear slightly louder gronking of ravens, a chattering of assorted birds, probably having breakfast in that larger chamber.
So we have to go this way?
Front door's here.
Right, but didn't we go through the back to go to her stuff last time?
You went
we-
through the back the last time only to get to the tree where Catherine teleported you
Right,
to the church.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
We have to go
it's
back
same
to our den and then hang a different direction.
The guards give you a small salute as you exit.
Hey, what do you guys think about bugs?
Crunchy. Yeah, generally
Okay.
tasty. I
What
prefer
is
them
all
fried.
of-
Goes, a
what is
plague
all of
of
your-
bugs.
What is all of your names, real quick, for no one reason at all?
Wait, what?
Is
I'm
one
just-
of you named Blue?
Yeah.
No, but he has a brother named, younger brother named Blue.
Does he work
He
here?
nods. No, but he has visited Maginox before. Why do you ask?
Was that the correct answer?
She looks at you two.
Azrael ponders. I think it means that Catherine is not a lich.
Okay. Good.
And I'm not sure.
Damn it.
But,
Thank you.
yes, but I mean, I'm Frederick.
Hi, Frederick.
He,
Camilla.
he waves slightly. But yes, is everything all right? What is it about my brother?
Oh, we're
Oh,
just
no.
getting to know people better so we can, we're just getting to know people better.
The guard
should
seems
really wear
somewhat
name
ill at
tags.
ease. Name tags?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to address you more formally.
Ma'am, we're just guards. We're just out here doing our jobs.
That doesn't mean you're not important.
So forgive me, I'm just a little weirded out. You mentioned my brother.
I just want to point out, Grabella is currently talking to a suit of armor thinking it's a guard.
No, I thought this was a guard. Because it's got a bird on it.
It's just it's literally a raven sitting on top
Ma'am,
of the
this is a
armor.
Wendy's.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Sorry. Look, I don't know. Catherine envisioned your brother. Not in a bad way. Everything's fine.
Frederick sweats, which is odd to see because he's a were-raven or a kenku. You're not sure.
Well, technically, we don't know that everything's fine. That didn't come up.
Yeah, you might want to check in with Blue.
I guess that's fair. It's always good to check in on Faminelli.
The
Raven,
guards
let
look
it.
at each other. But my shift isn't over for another 4 hours.
It's fine. He probably won't be dead by then.
Oh God!
Don't you guys can't you like use one of the other guys to go send a message?
Okay, bye.
I thought that was like part of your thing.
Gravella says as she follows them off.
Hey! Hey! He yells at a raven going overhead. Wait, come here! I need you to send a message to Blue!
I'm really glad that we didn't pass up the opportunity to inflict more trauma on a perfectly innocent, unsuspecting NPC who previously was not named at all.
It also has been
Frederick.
completely nice to us and cordial all of the time.
Yep. Now he has a name, he has a brother, he has a backstory. Look at this. This is incredible. The power of improv.
I've become conscious. Oh God, the crippling thoughts of mortality.
This is what you don't want to happen when you're an NPC. You don't want to be addressed by the PCs.
No, that's true.
My brother. But Frederick, we have to protect Catherine's house. No, but if I go now, what if something terrible happens to Blue?
It's fine.
One. As you all walk away from the crisis that you have created with Frederick, who's probably going to very quickly demand a meeting with Catherine Ravensblood, you three take the route that Catherine told you to go, to the Great Night Bloom Garden. One moment, please.
The casual chaos of the Kaamos crew is just excellent.
It's just effortless chaos. Just chaos done with intent.
I'm just rolling
It's
some
not done
random
with
dice.
intent, though. It's just like an aura around us. It just happens.
That's true.
As you go through the darkened streets of Maginox, past Coslow's den, and even noticing some dark feathered ravens flying overhead, you come to the great glass-paneled greenhouse of the Night Bloom Garden. Outside, it is lavishly decorated with beautiful ferns and trees that create just an extra dense part of shade as you're greeted by large double doors. The ornamental garden is well built, but you do notice along the outside of the building there are some noticeable singe marks where some sort of fire has happened, and probably due to the amount of soot still lingering on the building relatively recently. The windows themselves are blacked out, but seem to let the moonlight in places. It does not allow you to see through them, but it allows some very interesting ambient lighting. As you approach the large ornamental doors to the garden, you see a small goblin gardener walking past the bars to the entrance. And as you gain their attention, they let you in. As you flash
Look at
the
my
brooch.
shiny thing. It's pretty.
The gardener understands the purpose of the brooch and nods, allowing you three in to conduct whatever business you may need. The small goblin, who is currently wearing a beautiful crown of various blooms of blooms of Polaris. In one hand, she has a gardening kit, and the other, a very long hand shovel. She gives you a crooked smile as you all come in, and she locks the door tight behind you.
She's so derpy and cute. I love her.
Welcome to the Night Bloom Garden. Do what you will with your business. It is not my place to ask, but I must warn you, the plants are very irritated. Many of them are growing back, and because of their weakened state, they may be quite hostile.
Oh, fair enough.
Do
Any advice if we're just looking for
Whatever the certain bloom is that we're looking for, I can't remember.
The night bloom?
Yes.
She taps her chin.
Well, each one of the plants is quite different. Just let it be clear, if something attacks you first, feel free and, give it a pruning. But try not to burn everything down in the process, please.
Yeah.
See? Just talking about burning things. It's totally fine, Grabella.
The blooms that
Yeah.
grow back too aggressive, we tend to not want in the night bloom garden anyway. Once the plants grow up and understand that they're not necessarily under a threat here, they become a little more docile. But some of the sprouts tend to, be a little more hormonal, if you know what I mean.
What does hormonal mean?
They tend to get real mad at just about anything. Whether you walk or breathe or look at it.
I feel like I understand this on an emotional level.
Just,
Can you
when
point us to your finest night bloom, please?
the night bloom. Well, that's in the very back. So, I'll be careful.
Oh boy. Should have figured, but thank you.
She goes back to tending to one of the nearby bushes. The amount of thorns that are on this glowing pink fern, is quite daunting, but the small, nimble-fingered goblin seems to handle plucking out some of the errant weeds with ease.
Alright. Surely this'll be a walk in the garden. Oh god. Which way do you guys want to go?
There is a massive fountain that stands before you, bubbling with crystal clear water. There are lily pads that float within the fountain, and it cascades down to a lower central fountain below it. What do you do?
Which way, guys?
Pick a direction, Grabella.
I'm gonna go to the right.
Preferably the one with the least number of surly teen plants.
Grabella looks around the corner of the fountain.
Grabella, as you peer around the corner to the right, this massive water fountain semi-blocking your view, the east wall is lined with these purplish magenta ferns, and they all seem to have very, very small, thin little stickers on them. Grabella, make me a nature check.
Surprisingly, that's something I have some points in. Boy. And those points came barely in handy. 13.
The dusk nettle that are here are not necessarily sentient, but they are very dangerous to touch. And if you brush against them, they will release a very potent acidic poison that will last a significant period of time. But even these tiny hairs, you want to avoid getting too close to these horrible ferns. Grabella, if you get within 1 square of these terrible ferns, it is a trap, and you will take a combination of poison and acid damage. But you did not roll high enough to guess how much.
You muted, Cherry.
Damn it, I forgot to unmute.
I'm gonna just peek around the other side. This one looks poisonous. I'm not good enough at this to understand how much.
Casso just slowly backs away from everything that looks like a plant.
Grabella will peek around this side and I'll give you another nature roll. That one was good. It's a 19.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 1 second.
Look at me, not sucking at nature.
Around the corner to the left, you see a strange plant that has a translucent pink stem, has multiple branches that fork off of it, off the main stem, and each of those little stems have a small red flower on the end. At the base of the plant is a pool of sticky sap, and as you look at the plant, you notice that it is dripping from the red flowers with a amber-looking sap. The butterflies that are flitting around seem to be attracted to this sap. And as they're flying about, some of them very carefully land on this red star flower and slurp up some of this sticky, sweet sap. However,
Oh, go ahead.
they cannot get back out of the sap, and they quickly get their wings stuck and can no longer move. And then you see the red bloom very slowly close around the butterfly. Crunch.
Ah, delicious butterfly snack.
Alright, this side is less poisonous, but don't get in the sticky stuff. You see it?
And she points to the flower.
Grabella, with a 19, that sticky sap is very similar in both consistency and flavor to like a thick corn syrup. It's very, very, very sweet, and if you harvest it carefully, can be used in cooking.
That would be nice to have for, like, stuff for the bar, but, I wouldn't put my foot in it.
This is something that is relatively rare, and a eagle-eyed merchant could fetch a pretty penny for this red star sap.
Grabella will relay this.
I don't know how much shopping we want to do, or if we just want to get down to business.
Well, we should probably get the night bloom first, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Grabella, the sound of the fountain is really all you hear in the Night Bloom Garden. It's very peaceful, and you do hear the occasional humming of the goblin to your south. who is very carefully working around the tiny pinpricks of the nettle.
All right, let's make a move for it if we're feeling proggy on the way out, but I think we should stay a little focused here.
Okay. Ezra and Kozlo are just like eagerly waiting behind Gerbella.
Grabella's just peeking around from the side of the fountain. Grabella, I'll pause it right there as you move around the side of the fountain. Gonna zoom out slightly. As you go around the corner, the lightly lit night bloom garden, you can see that the fountain begins to end in a small rectangular pond, and large fronded flowers sit wavering on the central, the central area in the very center of the rectangular's, pond spot. The flowers that are currently wiggling there have stiff-looking dark black petals, and its stem and flowers around it are very attractive pinkish hue, and they seem to waver in the slight wind that the night bloom garden is producing. What do you do?
Where is it located? To my right?
Directly to your north. The ping on the map. There you go.
I don't know precisely what that is, but let's be careful.
Grabella, you can make me a nature check.
We're gonna have to thread the needle here a few times, I think.
Roll. That is not great. It's 12.
These particular plants, Grabella, you know them to be gloom flowers. What you at least know is how they grow. If someone dies in the dark, gloom flowers can grow in the shadows of corpses. It's all quite grim.
Oh, somebody died there.
She'll explain what that means.
Oh, neat.
As far as nature goes, kind of cool. As far as we go, maybe not the coolest.
Wait, I'm technically dead. Would it grow in my shadow?
You know, I don't know.
Grabella considers that she is also dead, and maybe this is in fact a loophole. But
Hey, maybe
she
if you
does-
stood in one place long enough.
Or we just put it on wheels, like a little pot on wheels, and just carry it around behind us. Like a puppy!
Oh, God.
No,
Like
God,
Bella
are you
with-
gonna collect plant Pokemon now?
I don't know, I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, okay.
With a 12, however, that is about all you know about the nature of the gloom flowers. What do you do?
Let's stick to the left a little bit. Just watch for piles of goo, yeah?
I mean, as long as we don't go in their pots, we should be fine, right?
In theory. Some of these plants I know a bit about, but has no expertise.
Speaking of which, where's Kozlo? Kozlo, you didn't get eaten by a plant already, did you?
Yeah, Kazo,
Literally right here.
Oh,
yeah,
hi,
you're,
there you are.
you're behind the fountain. It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a very
not
tall
that short.
fountain.
You are that short.
Do you need uppies? Do you want to see inside the fountain?
I can see inside the fountain.
Okay, baby Kazo's upset today.
Okay, Grabella's gonna kind of move this direction.
Okay.
Slowly and carefully.
You creep around the red star flowers that are currently oozing with sap. Grabella, I'm going to pause it right there. As you move forward, the gloom flowers seem to notice you, and many of them turn their heads in your direction. The thick black petals on the flowers expand and begin to quiver. Almost like one of those dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. I don't know what the dinosaur is. But the big frill, and he like shakes it and he goes...
Oh, the poison spitty guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Diplo, maybe? Something like that. Dilo.
Dilophosaurus, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, dinosaurologist.
Thank you, dinosaurologist.
That
Took
was
me a
my
second.
favorite dinosaur when I was a kid.
Grabella, and you feel kind of an itch in the back of your mind, and you've felt this before, similar psychic presence that the gloom flowers give off. They seem to be resonating with you in your death.
You remember how you were wondering if it would grow in our shadow because we were already dead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting that kind of luck today.
Grabella and Azrael, make me a nature check.
Oh boy. Boy. 17.
Grabella, you have a feeling that these flowers are currently roused by your presence, but not in a negative way. They actually do want you to get closer and bathe in your shadow.
I think they like us. I can't decide if that's a normal like or if they're gonna try to like do weird plant stuff to us.
This is the only thing that Grabella can articulate.
I'm not sure how Azrael feels about that. Like, I think Azrael needs a challenge to catch a Pokemon. Like, I don't know if they're down with somebody who just, or a Pokemon that just wants to hang out.
I think it like
This is uncharted territory for Azrael. I don't know. I have to think about this.
Grabella,
likes us.
the flowers that are roused by your presence are most certainly attracted to the shade that you are putting off. But you do see one in the very back who seems to be kind of extending its vines in Kozlo's direction, but it pulls back, not sensing anything close enough. With the 17 Grabella, you have a feeling that they're not going to attack you, but they do want to bathe in your shade. Kozlo, however, is of flesh and blood and is not a corpse.
It looks like a delicious snack.
Kazu, maybe stay on the other side of me and Azrael.
But that puts
Come-
him really
come-
close
come.
to other plants.
Yeah, come.
She like motions for you to come on the other side of us. Being as you're far away.
Grabella and
side,
Azrael, make me a Arcana check.
Like the other side. You see where the death thingies are? The others. You're getting close to them.
Well, I was so much farther away, and you told me to come over here.
Oh wait, not nature, you said Arcana.
Yep.
That's good for Grabella. It's
That
not
is
the
pretty
best.
good.
Pretty good.
It's good for Grabella, but it's not great.
While the fronds are wavering at you in their strange plant-like mating dance, Grabella and Azrael, as Kozlo gets closer, the fronds tighten into tight black spikes, and the flowers take on a more mace-like appearance that looks very hostile. And they all point their blackened spike tips at Kozlo.
I think they're threatened by life.
She just looks at Kozlo.
Why did you call me over here then?
I just said, well, you gotta go forward. I just said, be near the, closer to the sticky plants than the dead ones.
I don't
the
want to
ones.
go into sticky plants either.
Well, we have to move forward, or we're not gonna get the stuff.
There's like a 10% chance that Kozlo's getting out of here without being at least partially consumed by a plant.
We offered you uppies and you said no.
Grabella just gives him a look.
Grabella, you may have to bathe these gloom flowers in your shade for long enough for Coslow to get by.
Alright, I'm gonna... God, I don't know how to word this. I'm gonna get close to him so you can run past. Is that... You get it? You got it?
Okay.
Asriel, you notice that these things, with your Arcana check, do just seem to detect life. But the, just due to where Coslow is standing right now in relationship to the flowers, you're blocking their line of sight, and they seem to fold back out in their pseudo-mating dance once Coslow is hiding behind Asriel's robes.
Oh, our dead flesh blocks Coslow's living flesh in their whatever their sensory organs are.
Right.
So, yeah, as long as Coslow doesn't fall into those sticky plants over there, I'm sure it's fine.
Grabella's gonna get right here.
So maybe just walk next to me, Coslow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get in between you, but you stick next to him.
I don't like the sticky plants.
That's why I moved over a little for you.
1 second. As you all are moving, kind of not simultaneously, there's a moment where Coslow is by himself and in line of sight of the plants. The plants will attempt to take a quick pot shot at Coslow. 1 moment, please. Coslow, make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm known for is acrobat.
I was gonna say, I think you're more acrobatic than some of us.
Never mind.
Well, that's not the worst.
1 second.
Wait, hold on. I have a thing. I will add. I have to figure out how to do it in this now. I'll add Flash of Genius to that to make it a 15.
Ooh, very good. Well, I rolled a 12. So you're 15 in your Flash of Genius as you, as Asriel moves forward and just a hint of your tiny little goblin leg sticks out. One of the flowers just lets rip with a petal, which flies across the room and into the wall. You just barely hear the sound of a rustle behind you, knowing that one of those needle-like stingers just whizzed by your head. Perhaps if you staggered yourselves better, Coslow would not be in line of sight at all of the plants.
I think we're gonna have to move very carefully for you to not get hurt.
Okay. So, Grabella, you go in front of Asriel.
Yeah.
In front of it, right there.
I'm trying.
And now Asriel can go in front.
Coslow, make me a perception check real quick. Coslow, there's a rustling behind you as you notice that these plants are a little bit different. And as you glance over your shoulder, you see some reeds hiding within the pink fronds of the other plants. And instead of ending in, well, earth, it seems to end in legs. But the reeds do not seem to react to your presence. But you do notice that they are moving about slightly within the patch of dirt.
Alright, well, there's something walking around in there. Weird plants with legs, I don't like that.
I think this is gonna be one of those either we move super fast We get to the goal and not get hurt, or we gotta go very slow.
We gotta go very slow. Why are you over there?
This is where you told me to be.
No, it's not. I said stay in front of Azrael.
I am in front of Andrew. I didn't know you were my hip on his hip.
I got it. So one of you has got to be between me and the plants all the time.
Okay.
The flowers slowly begin to unfurl from their needle-like position, the blooms fanning out as they cannot see Kozlo currently. The reeds that Kozlo saw over his shoulder continue to amble about. What do you do?
Come on, keep up.
I think it's your turn, Gabella.
Oh, there's another gardener person. Hi.
The gardener
they're-
turns around
they're
and waves.
goblins. Why are they not being eaten by flowers?
That's a good question. Hey, gardener person, can we talk to you for a moment, please?
Huh?
But
Me?
Yeah.
she looks down at the gloom flowers and back at you.
How can I help you?
Why is none of this trying to eat you?
The gloom flowers?
Yeah.
Oh,
She touches the crown on her head.
well, we have these special night bloom crowns that we wear. They're made of certain flowers in the night bloom garden, and treated properly, they can give you some, they kind of make you smell like the other plants, I guess. The flowers don't really have noses, so maybe you just like pollinate like the other plants? I don't know, but they tend to leave you alone.
Can I borrow one of those?
But
Or is there a place we could get one so you don't also die?
well, these are only given to night bloom gardeners, because, normally, you know, we
Yeah,
gotta,
it's normally just
we
you
gotta
guys.
work.
Yeah.
I guess I would be convinced to make it a trade, but,
What do you need?
certainly enough to, well, if I give you my crown, I'm probably out of work. So enough to, offset that cost.
She looks at Kozlo, knowing that he has tons of money.
What do
we
you,
could also get it
how
back.
much do you make?
Well, I make about 50 gold a week. That's including hazard pay.
Does that mean we just mostly want to borrow this for a little bit and then probably give it back to you?
Oh, you want to rent it? I could possibly go on a lunch break for a modest fee.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, talk to me. What's what'll cover your lunch?
Oh,
And incidentals.
boy, I really haven't had some lobster and butter in a long time. That's probably going to be real hard to get down at the docks just because of the trade slowed down. Oh,
Yeah, that's what we're trying to fix here, believe it or not.
I'm probably like 300 gold. It's probably be fine.
Well,
I should have a sweet night out.
okay, so my options are 50 gold a week normally, or 300 gold for fucking 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's rentals. If you own it, it's probably gonna be a better value. But if you want to rent it, it's, business is about supply and demand, and you seem like you got a demand.
Gabella just kind of
mild
smiles.
inconvenience at the moment.
I too am mildly inconvenienced.
Is Kozlo getting goblin?
He is. He's match a little bit.
But I could go on a lunch break, and then you could just give it to one of my companions when you're all done with it. But I have to tell you, we are unionized.
Oh, that's smart. That's the way to go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
labor is really big right now.
Yeah, so if you try to ask another one of the gardeners, we'll just make sure we, keep the supply regulated with the demand.
Oh, no,
Let's
we're
go.
big fans of collective bargaining.
I don't know. This one might be worth hiring us.
She just kind of looks at you.
Make me a persuasion check.
Who's persuading?
Coslow. Oh.
Mildly persuasive.
310 gold.
Look, we can either come to an arrangement, or I can continue leapfrogging with my friends here. If you want your nice dinner, you're gonna have to work with me a little bit.
Yeah, but the lobster.
But
Ezra
the
just walks
dinner.
over, leaving Kozlo exposed to the gloom flowers, and holds out 300 gold.
Wow, see, now we're talking.
The gardener walks over and then goes,
Oh wait, we should probably talk not here.
Hi,
Toward
what's
you.
wrong?
Well, if I take off my hat right here and give it to you, then the gloom flowers are probably gonna give me the needle.
Yeah, we should probably walk back up to the front and then do this again.
So are we just gonna leave Kozlo here then?
But I'm sure he will be fine right there. Just don't move.
Can I go a little bit more this way and I'll be fine? I don't like those things.
If
Well,
Grabella looks over there, does she see?
Grabella,
do
make
it.
me a perception check.
Oh, I did a nature roll.
That's fine. As you glance over towards that direction, you do see more of these reed-like creatures that are lurking in the grasses. They're just
Are these
walking
reeds
about.
with feet angy or are they nice?
define Engie.
Are they gonna murder my friend?
Define murder.
Dead.
Can I stand over there and not die?
They don't like people who have impure thoughts.
Well, that's fine. I'm completely pure and innocent in every way.
What's your alignment, Cosmo?
Pretty sure it's chaotic neutral.
Have alignment?
Yeah. You're chaotic neutral. So is Grabella.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm either chaotic neutral or chaotic lawful. I couldn't remember,
Chaotic lawful.
Chaotic lawful.
which I don't think is a
Same.
thing.
It is not.
It is not. Yeah, Grabella,
That-
you are chaotic neutral.
If it was a thing, that's what you would be.
Listen, the hallowed reeds don't like to be touched or near anything with impure thoughts. So I don't know. Are you a good person?
Define good
That's
person.
what I'm saying. What is good?
I know, right? Everyone makes up their own definition. All their different moralities, and it's too complicated.
Well, these asshole plants are very judgmental. So if you're kind of a jerk, they will probably be hostile to you.
They've been fine so far. I walked past one earlier.
She nods.
Maybe
Okay,
you're not so bad
so-
after all.
I'll just stand over here.
He just kind of points towards the direction of the fairy thing that's laying on the ground.
You're gonna want to just make sure you stay in the shadow of your friend there.
Are we
If
gonna
we
do this
stand here, we should be
transaction then?
fine.
Well, I mean, if you stand right there, but yes, the gloom flowers do thrive in the shadows of the dead.
Right.
I got an idea. Hey, Azrael, why don't you and our new friend go finish this thing, and Grabella and I'll just stand right here where I'm not currently getting murdered.
Yeah.
I thought that was literally what we were doing this whole time, but you kept fussing over the morality reads.
I thought Grabella was about to run off.
No, why do you think that?
Because you keep doing it.
Grabella just picks Coslo up.
Actually, they're technically called hallowed reeds.
I'm just
maybe we
gonna
should-
hold you until Azrael gets back.
Maybe we should get some of those for the church. Okay, let's go do the thing. Are you coming? Okay.
Yep.
Why does it look like somebody set off a fireball right here?
Probably because somebody set off a fireball right there.
Oh, neat.
Not so neat. We've had to turn over so much dirt, replant, and it's been so much work. New imports.
Oh, yeah, that sounds terrible.
Catherine's looking for a few special plants to especially fill out the garden, but nobody wants to come to Maginox with all the chaos.
Oh, yeah, terrible. Crown, please.
That'll be 300 gold.
Minus 300 gold. Okay.
Plus 300 gold.
Hooray! Okay.
That's like 5 years' wages for her, let's be honest.
She gives you the crown.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Hey, thanks, bye.
Hey, where are you going?
Lunch. What?
Lunch for the next, week. Okay, here, Coslo. There's this very, very pretty purple crown.
Kazo, you are offered a Nightbloom Gardener flower crown.
Coslo puts it on and is the most beautiful little Nightbloom gardener that has ever existed.
Kazo, you feel beautiful. And
Plus
the
4
reeds
kawaii.
are the reeds are minding their own business. Please, God, no. You see another one kind of shamble out, waving their fuzzy little reed tips curiously at Coslo, Grabella, and Azrael.
I don't know why you're so stingy, Coslo. Don't you have all of the money we've ever made, basically?
But you gotta make a deal with people. You can't just accept the first offer.
But while you were sitting there trying to make a deal, one of those reeds could have grabbed you and eaten you.
Yeah.
But it didn't. Yeah.
But you gotta
I don't
spend
like
your
that
money
one.
sometime.
Well,
And besides,
that's
you
not
got such
very
a great
cash
deal.
money of you, Grabella.
Yeah, but if you, die, your money, it means nothing.
Yeah, but I won't care about it at that point.
I am confident that Coslo has written in his will that he insists on being buried with all of his money.
Yeah, likely.
I, Coslo Greenfinger, being of sound mind, hereby leave none of my shit to you jackasses.
Well, I see how it is.
Coslo, Grabella, and Azrael, as you get past the gloom flowers that are no longer interested in Coslo, and the hallowed reeds that are floating their little white tufts towards the goblin, you round the corner on a thick bouquet of various blooming flowers. You see another Nightbloom gardener to the north. She has a silver bucket in one hand, and she dips her hand into the bucket, pulls out something red and gelatinous, and hucks it as hard as she can towards the very top of the fountain. And inside a higher cage is a terrible viney thing that may be familiar to Azrael in another life. It has glowing red nodules on its chest, and intertwined in its vines are skulls with glowing red eyes. Various bones are sticking out of this thing in random places, though it does not appear to be ambulatory. And as the gardener throws massive hunks of flesh towards this thing, it opens up its central chamber, quickly slurping down the meat, and the bones are intertwined through the vines, joining the arbor site. She digs deep in the bucket and looks up as you all approach.
Oh, hello. I don't think we were expecting visitors.
Oh, it's fine. Your newest flower girl trainee is here to learn or something.
Azrael, make me a deception check.
Azrael will make the most deceptive check.
Oh god, I'm sorry, I didn't even see the die roll across the screen.
You're fine.
I'm sorry, I was like, where'd it go?
Well, welcome to the Night Bloom Garden. May I ask what your background is?
Green?
Green? Oh, me too! I'm green. You're green. I'm green.
Look at that.
We have green thumbs.
Oh, he actually has, green fingers.
Oh, me too. Well, you've made it just in time for your first lesson. How are you? You two might want to get crowns made. Don't you get those made in your training?
Oh, you mean me and Azrael?
Mm-hmm.
We were under the impression that being dead kind of meant we didn't need a crown.
Oh!
Yeah, where we were born.
Oh, well, yeah, in some cases, yeah. In some other cases, no. But, I suppose it's good enough for now. Anyway, the arbor sites prefer fresh meat.
She points up to the horrible-looking creature at the top of the massive vase that is currently covered in a pane of glass.
Well, your first lesson, arbor site, feeding time, and habits. And by the way, trainee, I don't know if they covered this in your training, but the razor leaves up north are, like, really, really, really mad at everything right now. So we've just been suggested to either leave them alone or feed the arbor site enough so it makes the razor leaves happy.
Is that where the night bloom is up that way? Because that's what I'm supposed to be checking in on.
You're checking in on the night bloom. Wow, that's pretty advanced for a newcomer. It is behind all the razor leaves, unfortunately. So I wouldn't suggest for your tourist friend. Are you tourists? Sorry,
We're here on behalf of on behalf of Catherine.
Yeah.
Grabella will show her a little coin thing.
Oh, private tour.
Yeah.
Oh, the gardeners were all quite busy. We had a fire recently, and a lot of the plants are still kind of suffering and recovering and, are upset on their own. And some of them were exposed to light, so they're, like, really mad. But the arbor site...
She straightens up and looks like she's about to give you a history lesson.
Arbor sites tend to grow in fairy groves where conflict has happened. They normally grow in very wet areas, and their vines will take the bones and they'll crunch them and feast on the marrow in order to facilitate their growth. So, while arbor sites do eat flesh, they do prefer bones. And lots of bones.
Interesting.
Hey, you guys
Maybe-
got bones still, right?
Kozlo looks at Asriel and Grabella.
I think I'm mostly bone.
There's something holding up stuff in there for certain.
But it's behind glass, right? So we're probably fine.
But the Night Bloom Gardener nods.
Of course, the arbor site. Well, it's totally fine.
You see as she threw the meat up there, that the arbor site can't actually get to the meat when she throws it up there. So it kind of hits against the glass and slides down. But what you cannot see is that the arbor site is taking the meat down into the dirt, which means it can get on the other side of that glass.
No boy.
This whole thing is going to go Jurassic Park on us, isn't it?
I have a feeling you may be correct, sir.
God.
God.
You didn't say the magic bones.
The arbor site, generally as an apex plant predator, tends to be the leader in a patch of, well, flowers or a garden, and it affects the plants around it. And so if, well, the plant is happy, then the other plants are happy. And they become kind of a full system. But we try and limit the amount of influence the arbor sites tend to have, though their pollen tends to,
She makes hand motions.
flutter about in their relative radius. Hence the razor leaves being very upset.
Gotcha.
So could we just feed the arbor site a lot so the razor leaves will leave us alone?
Well, that's the thing. We keep feeding the arbor site and giving him bones and meat and bones, and he's still hungry. And the razor leaves are still mad.
So perhaps getting and trimming our seed would be pretty dangerous, is what you're telling us.
If only we had our HR department here, I'm sure we could solve this problem.
How would HR fix this?
Well, they do consist of a lot of bones.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Understandably, bones tend to be kind of hard to come by. So we're trying to feed the arbor site a lot of bones, but, well, you know,
She shrugs.
hard times have fallen on Maginox.
Fair. Mhm.
You think hard times would produce more bones, actually? That's interesting.
Well,
Yes,
not any of
that's
that have been directly donated to the Night Bloom Garden.
That's
But we
a
are
fair
taking
point.
donations of bones.
We will keep that in mind.
Well, I think you've got a couple options. If you go in trying to just prune the razor leaves, maybe the arbor site will just not be bothered. Or if you can show the plants that you're stronger than the arbor site, and, I don't know, beat on it for a while, well, then they might respect you enough to let you pass.
Plants work on a respect system.
It's more of a, if you punch the plant enough, you show it it's stronger. You just beat the pollen out of it. It's a pollen thing. They produce a lot of pollen when they want a couple things. Mating and feeding.
Well, that doesn't sound right to me, but I don't know enough about pollen to dispute it.
Well, you can take your chance with the arbor site, and maybe give it a couple bones. I don't know. Or you could try and prune those razor leaves. Oh,
So why don't we fight the big angry plant or the little angry plants?
yeah. Basically.
Well, what do you guys think?
Well, I can summon plagues of insects.
The gardener frowns.
Whoa. We don't want them eating every plant. Just, maybe a couple vines off the arbor site?
Oh, it's fine. They're well-behaved bugs. Mostly.
Gardener wrings her hands nervously.
It's
We
fine.
don't want to get this poor girl fired.
We specifically asked Catherine Ravensblood. The only things she said that were a concern were fire and sunlight.
I would definitely suggest not using either of those here.
Yep, nope. That's exactly what Catherine said. It was an exhaustive list.
Yeah.
Gravella just kind of looks at her nervously.
You would really think after a while she would know to just list off all the things.
She just gestures over.
We have some lovely twilight orchids, perhaps I could convince you to take as opposed to charging headlong into the razor leaves.
What did that guy want specifically, Gazo?
We need to get this seed of the what's it called? The night bloom. That's what Catherine said.
Okay.
Which
If
means
you
we
mean-
gotta get past the razor leaves.
He did want some twilight orchids or something too, though, I think. So maybe we
Yeah.
can pick some of those up on our way out.
Yeah.
Do we have a gift shop?
I don't think there's a gift shop.
A gift shop? No. That's honestly a really good idea.
Yeah. You
Honestly, I'm
know,
not convinced anybody around here is actually thinking about, how to make good business decisions. It seems very strange.
yeah, I think Cassie just kind of wants this stuff to herself, which is understandable.
And this is a garden, and not necessarily a business.
Yeah.
But you started giving it to her. You could sell those.
You could sell it. Well, what if somebody dies?
Yeah, I think it's like one of them responsibility things.
Well, then you feed them to the arbor site, obviously.
Ah!
Like, we don't go around giving everybody the murder order, right? Because they don't know how to take care of one.
She looks up at the arbor site.
Ugh.
But if they die here, it just means that they unintentionally donated their remains to the garden, right?
You just gotta get them to sign a waiver.
What's a waiver?
It's a wonderful piece of paper
Means you can do whatever you want, mostly.
pretty much, yeah.
Once they sign it, of course.
Are the
What?
hollowed reeds just vibrating behind us right now?
Yeah, they're just like free. Sensing
Maybe we,
Evil
shenanigans.
detected.
Maybe we, lay off the talk about those plants look angry.
Yeah, you might not want to talk about MURDER around them.
Got it.
What are you saying that the plants can't spell? Honestly,
She
That-
she looks over at the reeds and back at you.
that's phylamist.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
What did it rate?
Another reed appears, sensing evil.
Maybe we go after these baby ones. If that doesn't work out, we'll do the other thing. I'm not looking forward to this though.
Worst case scenario, I just coat the entire area in bugs.
Oh God. Catherine's never gonna give us anything ever again.
Gravella just prepares herself.
She reaches in the bucket and throws another few bones up the arbor site.
Oh, come on, Coslo, Gravella.
I was gonna say, are they in the back?
They are. They're right next to the back where I assume the night bloom is.
Be careful.
Okay.
What are these blue spiky things to our left?
That's a
Pretty,
good question.
that's what they are.
Azrael, Grabella, and Kozlo, make me a nature check.
Boy. I'm not knowing what those are at all, other than they're pretty, but Kozlo seems to know exactly what it is.
Kozlo and Azrael, you know these as icicle vines. They prefer cold environments as opposed to warm, and their thorns are very long and thin and pointed, just like an icicle. And you can almost see through these things. The only thing that makes them incredibly upset is the presence of heat.
Well, Azrael's not concerned about that at all.
Azrael, as you round the corner and see the next group of beautiful flowers sitting before you, there's a massive tree in the center of this garden area. And as you look at this tree, it seems to shimmer and shine, almost as if it were made of metal, like a nice patinaed bronze. That's right, a nice patina. This this particular tree is made of cold iron and is very irritating for fae and fae folk. These trees are normally guardians against fae, and they guard key points to make sure that the fae do not get into areas where they do not belong. And they are not very friendly. They do not like elves, they do not like fairies, or anything in that regard. These...
Oh, that's a super good thing that the Ascended crew didn't come here.
These...
Yeah, that would have been bad. That straight up kills fairies, correct?
Cold iron definitely hurts fairies quite a bit.
Yeah.
These trees, however, are less trees and they are more constructs. As opposed to true plants. As you go around the corner, Azrael, you begin to notice the irritated things known as the razor leaves. I'm going to pause it real quick. These shriveled old men-looking things are
face. Oh my god!
Bumbling angrily through the various reeds and plants on the ground, pushing aside fronds and looking very irritated. They're shrieking at each other like small mandrakes, making terrible noises.
They're probably saying like weirdly racist shit. Like it's just like, Granddad, come on now.
And they're chittering back and forth to each other. From your vantage point, Azrael, you can see two of these razor leaf things. And on the other side, you can hear the calls of more. There's also a curious shrub on the east side of the room.
I was gonna say, what do those look like? Oh my god, is that a dead bird in it? Or
It
just
is.
an albino one?
These red-flowered, short and stumpy bushes have spindly roots that are covered in thorns. Some of the central petals of red are coated in visible blood. And the shrub seems to be vibrating, shimmering back and forth, making a motion.
Interesting.
Azrael, what do you do? The razor leaf does not seem to notice you as of yet.
Well, does anybody have any ideas, or shall we just keep carrying on?
I thought we were attacking the razor leaves.
I mean, they haven't attacked us yet. Maybe we don't have to cover them in bugs.
I thought she said it was like one or the other.
Well, she thought that might be the case, but I don't know. Kazo has the pretty crown.
I do have a pretty crown. I think we're gonna have to fight him regardless, but we can just try and get past.
Yeah, that's my good thought process.
I mean, if we have to prune them, we have to prune them. So
Yeah,
that's what
that's what Catherine said.
Okay, great. Who wants to lead?
Yeah, alright.
Gribble will step this direction.
1 second. Grabella, as you move forward, the razor leaf turns its head and looks directly at you.
Oh no, I pissed off Grandpa!
You can't say that, Grandpa. You'll get canceled.
Says something horrible. As the razor leaves all begin to keen wildly, changing from their chittering plant noises into a horrible cry. I will need everybody to roll initiative for me.
I have to find where to roll initiative now.
It's
These
right next
guys
to
look
your
like Mitch
armor class.
McConnell with dreadlocks.
The razor leaves, roll for initiative. Top of the round. Round 1. The razor leaf that immediately notices Azrael turns and keens and begins tromping through the underbrush, closing in on them. 1 moment, please. The razor leaf moves forward on its ambulatory roots. It'll move here. And as it steps from the reeds, you see it again in all of its horrible glory.
God damn it, Grandpa.
I just want to show the picture again because he's horrible looking.
He just looks so mad.
And he begins to violently vibrate his body back and forth in a similar manner to those shrubs to the east. And he begins to exude a shower of razors. 1 moment. Open, damn you. He shakes loose a deadly shower of slicing leaves. Each creature within 10 feet of the razor leaf must make a DC 14 dex save.
You said a dex save?
Yeah, I should prompt you for it.
Oh, okay. Well, that is not good.
Ooh, Grabella fails and Azrael fails. And as the razor leaf dances in the middle of you, shrieking, it is spraying you with 1,000 needles.
Oh no, it's a cactar.
It's a cactar! However, these are slashing leaves and not piercing, but honestly, it's close enough.
The pain is real.
Next up, another razor leaf. He begins coming in from the garden.
He's hurt.
Azrael, you're up.
Okie dokie. We will probably start with what we should have done to begin with.
Twilight Sanctuary.
Yep. Oh no, the aura doesn't work anymore. That's fine.
Does it?
I don't see an aura now.
Oh.
I would imagine Kozlo's barely in it.
There you go. Kozlo is in it.
I was gonna say, I saw it for a second and then it poofed.
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh, did it? I don't see
It's
it.
very, very faint. It's extremely faint. You can
Oh,
see.
I see
You see the
it.
edge of it right here.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's my action, and for my bonus action, we are going to do a thing that I have. Where is it? There we go.
What are we doing?
Cast just at. Sorry, doing math.
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 Math. Math.
All right, we are going to pull out Scythe-chan. Pull out Scythe-chan. Come on.
Let's go, Scythe-chan.
Out Scythe-chan. Oh, wait, I have to target. I forgot, I have to target the spell. There we go.
There we go. Why is Scythe-chan bleeding? Oh, because Scythe-chan has 3 hit points. No, Scythe-chan has full HP. There we go.
And we're actually going to cast it at 4th level. Yes, perfect. Scythe-chan is going to attack the Razor Leaf.
Alright, Scythe-chan, let's see it. 14 will hit.
Yep, right on that. 3d8 force damage.
I forgot how much damage Scythe-chan does. With some slashes, you begin to prune at the dead leaves on the Razor Leaf. It has the grace to look offended.
So the only thing is, though, is like this Scythe-chan is a little bit different. Like the top is actually like hinged, like little shears, and so when it swings down, it actually has like 2 little scythe blades that's gonna go. And cuts him specifically in like a very like square shape, like we're cutting a shrubbery.
Oh no!
So he has like a little square fro now instead of his long, luscious, like purple locks.
No, you gave Grandpa a military haircut. How cute.
No.
So he also takes an extra 1d8 of psychic damage. And that is the end of Azrael's turn. I think. Well, I'll do an insight check. Yeah, do an insight check on, I guess, this guy next to me.
Let's see it.
So I have to flip pages to see stuff. There we go.
25. What would you like to know about old Grandpa Razorleaf?
Let's go ahead and get his hit points.
I would like to know where old Grandpa Razorleaf was on January 6th.
I was at the Capitol.
Grandpa, no.
I'm doing
I told you to stay home.
a little insurrection. Just a little insurrection.
Holy shit. Okay, Grandpa Razorleaf's no fucking joke, you guys.
I think we need to take Grandpa Razorleaf to the old folks' home. Or the old plant's home. I don't know how this works.
Kozlo, you have a feeling if you manage to use fire attacks on creatures that are not in foliage tiles, you may be able to not light everything on fire. Just Just a thought.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Azrael takes a step back, and that's the end of Azrael's turn. We'll see if the aura triggers.
Okay.
Yay, it did.
It did.
Okay,
Hooray.
so it's still working. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Bella, you're up. Old man
Alright.
Razorleaf gets a box haircut.
Fucking old man razor.
Patriot's haircut.
Dare me to give you more than that?
I am going to use. Try to use. Hello? How do I.
Don't forget to target him. Or you, if you're gonna do something.
That's probably what I'm missing.
There we go.
I am not going to use the frighten mechanic at this time, but I am going to attack it.
Ooh, okay.
We're gonna go with the mace.
Smash boy.
Smash, smashy, smash, smash. Attacking.
That'll miss.
Miss. And for my bonus action, I'm gonna rage, so I am prepared for future things. Do I target myself for that?
Yes.
Okay.
And rage.
Where is... There it is. There we go.
Angie.
Angie.
Rebella whiffs as the grandpa talking about insurrection has thrown her off. But she
Giga
has
rage.
prepared herself for more. I am gonna step back a little right here.
It will take an attack of opportunity on you if you decide to do that.
Sure.
Alright, for a moment I will move you back. As it whips a razor-sharp frond in your direction. As I should target it as well. Boop. And that'll hit. Grabella, you are raging though, and will take reduced damage as a leaf cuts into your back. You take
Ow.
12, half of that is 6 slashing damage, and you can move now wherever you like.
It's like there, I think.
Very good. Does that end your round?
Yes.
Next up, a razor leaf in the back. Hearing the shrieks of its brethren, moves forward 30 feet. Shriek? Oslo, you're up.
All right. Coslo is going to. Okay. Suddenly, very slow dice appear on my screen.
Sorry. I apparently needed to roll my Twilight Signature here.
Looks like you got 16 temp HP. Very good, very good.
I will summon my cannon, which is the button is not working for some reason. Either that, or I'm about to summon 400 Eldritch Cannons.
Oh god! Let me drag him to the canvas real quick. Player companions. Which one? Flamethrower?
No.
What? It was an innocent question. We're just innocent men.
Yeah.
Force ballista?
Yeah, it'd be the ballista. I think I probably could have dragged it out, but the actually using the charge of it wasn't working for some reason.
Oh, weird. Okay, I'll check on that. Try targeting yourself and doing it again. I'm just curious if that makes it work.
It does.
Does, okay.
There, so I've now used the.
But you have Nan cannons. Okay, I will fix that. Nan!
Yeah, it's my Nan. You're the old Grandpa Razorleaf.
God damn it. Fucking buggy.
Why has this gone so far?
Cannon will force ballista. Oh wait, I had to use my bonus action already to summon it, so I can't use the.
Oh,
no, wait,
that's
it's my
right.
action, not my bonus action. Okay, so I can summon the cannon and shoot with it. I just can't.
Yeah,
use the
Create
spell.
is one action, and then Force Ballista Shoe is one bonus action. You are right.
Yeah. All right.
Fire the missiles! That'll hit. For 14 force, Azrael, as you get closer to the Razor Leaf, the Force Ballista blasts back a multitude of leaves, some of them hitting Grabella as she is running away, repositioning from the fight.
Yeah, I'm coming back for you, Grandpa. Gonna make you eat your pudding or something. I don't know.
You
I
can't
will
have
push it.
me!
I will push it 5 feet as well.
Okay, he goes 5 feet. Boop. Into
Okay,
Grabella's
dears.
crater that she left when she was raging.
We should have come with like bearing prunes as offerings. I bet you that would have gone over really well.
Prunes, I get it. Delicious. Isn't that right, Grandpa?
I don't know.
Bring me
what
some
I'm
Werther's
concent-
Original.
I don't know what I'm concentrating on, so I'm gonna delete that. It's been there all day. I just noticed it.
Sounds good.
And that will end my turn.
Kazuo, you've used an action and a bonus action. What else are you doing?
That ends my turn. Sorry.
Not a problem. Next up, a Razor Leaf in the back shuffles forward. Ever so closer to Grabella. The old man is roused, and from 10 feet away sends a barrage of leaves towards Grabella.
Grandpa, no! Why is Grandpa so
Misses.
mean?
Leaves fly everywhere. Top of the round, the Razor Leaf, as Kazuo gains some temp HP, 13 temp HP, the Razor Leaf, seeing Grabella move, will turn to attack her. He will see if he recovers his shower of razors, and fails. But you see the just starting nubs of needles sticking out from its skin.
No, God, this is gonna hurt.
It does not target both of you. It will only target Grabella. And that'll hit. Grabella, sharpened leaves fly over your face once again.
Ow.
The damage, currently halved, and you are also protected by Azrael's Twilight Sanctuary. Your shield only takes 4 damage. It whips its head back and forth. And sends more leaves in your direction.
It whips its head back
and forth.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
And this one, your shield still holding. Because you are raging, Grabella only deals 5 damage to you, which is not enough to dick through the Twilight
Wow.
Sanctuary.
This flower really is trying to fuck me.
God, you are about to get pollinated, woman. All right.
Granddad, you cannot
Don't
say that.
be a flower and a dragon at the same time.
I can
And
get
a
away
dead-
with it because I'm old.
No!
Come here and
your-
give Grandpa a kiss.
Keep your flower
No.
penis away from me.
Bring me my Viagra. All right. All right.
Your vine agra.
Vine
Oh my
Agra.
Oh, good lord.
Make
The TikTok
Make
editor
it
is gonna have
stop.
so much fun with this one.
Please no Vine Agra jokes.
Too late. We can't go back.
We cannot go back. This Razor Leaf moves forward.
You never go back to Arizona.
He stays in the leaves. We can't go back to Arizona. God damn it. Azrael, You're up.
We are going to think. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Steps of Night.
Oh, you are flying
Go
me.
up. We're gonna go up 20 feet.
They look up as you ascend.
And it's a bonus. Looking at spells. I mean, we could do Buggy Boys. Not sure I'm ready to commit to Buggy Boys yet, though.
Please hit the Fey word tree.
My God.
No, the Fayward Tree hasn't been a dick yet. I'm not
No,
a
he's
fairy.
chilling.
Fine.
He's chilling.
Yeah, he's just vibing. We got no beef.
Any
Magic
fairy
beef.
folk in the chat? Any Fey?
I did not come prepared to have to fill out like more DPS in this group. We're a C-swap, honestly.
Right? How dare.
Like, that is not what I need to have a hard look at my spell list at some point.
Eh.
Yeah, I guess we could just do that. Sure. We will cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Hiya!
Oh my god. A 27 will hit.
For 19 radiant damage.
Okay. The razor leaf, because of the radiant damage, the fronds begin to curl under the light, and the old man lets out a gurgling shriek.
I just like send it straight down his brand new, perfectly coiffed like cube head.
His hair
Just
cube.
right down the middle.
He holds
Yeah, but this is what you get when
vines
you-
to his head.
It's good you get when you don't eat your foot. Just eat your foot.
Azrael, you are 20 feet up. You have used an action. What else you did?
We also use bonus action to go up, so that's it. So we will insight. Let's see. We've seen a couple things they do, so let's just get like hit points on. Let's get hit points on this guy.
Sure.
Just fill that out.
There you go.
Thanks. That's it for Azrael.
Grabella, you're up.
Right. Man. Trying to not use my flame sword. So rude. Alright. I'm gonna target.
So you could probably use your flame sword on him because he's not in any foliage tiles. This one would be probably not great.
Yeah. Is the like ghosty.
That is
bits of the-
Catherine's preference, and you will lose reputation with Catherine the more you use fire damage and foliage tiles.
Weird.
Catherine Ravensblood will remember this.
She will.
Yeah, essentially. So if you use a bunch of fire damage, she'll be like, all right, how much rep did we lose? 1, 2, 3.
So much rep. Still gonna go with not scaring these things away because we want to beat them up.
Okay, you have advantage. 23 will definitely hit. The crushing of the old man commences. You crush it for 16 bludgeoning damage.
And just for fun, we're gonna do it again. Is this one normal or advantage?
That one
should be normal.
normal.
Okay, that's
Guiding
what I
bolt only
thought.
is the
I'm
next
just gonna
attack,
check.
yeah.
Fuck.
That'll miss.
And then
Grabella, one moment, please.
Oh.
You notice the spiky fronds of the razor leaf are horrible to touch. Creature that touches the razor leaf or hits it with a melee attack takes 1d6 slashing damage. Grabella, that's halved rounded down, so you take 1. I marked that down for you. You are mildly inconvenienced by the razors. Excuse me while I blow my nose.
Grabella, not deterred, is gonna shoulder it. Just for funsies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Alright, that'll hit.
That'll do it.
For 9 piercing.
I'm gonna stab you back, you bastard!
He will do not touch you. That will be for 2 damage, Grabella. As you shoulder him, more cactus-like spikes impale into you as well.
Gabrilla's just gonna sit this one in because she realizes that it ain't really worth it to move at this point.
Very good.
Okay. I do have potions of healing if shit gets bad. Alright, boys, it's your turn. I'm gonna AFK just to get some more water real quick while we're... It's
No
not my turn.
problem.
Murder me if you have to.
A razor leaf is coming in from the back. He'll double move this time. Coslow, you're up.
Well, we will start off with Force Ballista.
Classic. That'll hit. For 7 force, do you want to push it back 5 feet?
Nah. We'll let him stay there.
Alright, Razor Leaf roots himself to the ground.
And then Coslow will reach into his bag. He will pull out a grenade. He will chuck it at Grandpa. But it's a cold grenade. Cold one. Chilly.
Very, very good. It shatters on the ground. It makes a nice icy puddle.
This is what happens when I try not to use fire!
You're really messing with your brand, Coslow. It's really confusing.
And I guess that's it for me.
Very good. Next up, a Razor Leaf in the back. He's gonna shimmy over behind Grabella, who I know is AFK. Let's see. 1 second.
Beat me up, Grandpa.
Beat me up! No, him on the... The Razor Leaf plants himself into the ground and digs his roots into the ground, kind of securing his place. And suddenly, from the earth, shadow begins to boil up and begins to cover the Razor Leaf, Grabella, and pretty much everything else within a 20-foot radius. As it shrouds everything in darkness. While rooted in this way, the Razor Leaf, he cannot move, his speed becomes 0. He cannot be knocked prone, and he does more necrotic damage. And now this area is difficult terrain. And non-magical sources of light are only half as effective within it. If you have any small beasts that are stupid, they are suddenly going to become charmed.
Lucky for us, Coslow is not a stupid beast.
Most of the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say who's the authority on that? We may need a second opinion.
And it will make one lacerating leaf attack against Grabella.
Now.
Oh,
And that'll hit. Grabella, you are slashed for 5 slashing damage as the leaves begin to pour over you.
I'm very glad I raged sooner rather than later.
He will also do an extra 1d6 necrotic damage thanks to his dark ground. That'll also be halved, which will be -2.
Azrael's Twilight Sanctuary doing all the work.
Doing so much work. Top of the round, round 3. Azrael being 20 feet in the air is not a good target. So the Razor Leaf turns on Grabella.
Calculated.
You know, I thought I wanted to learn about plants. Now I'm not so sure.
The Razor Leaf attempts to grow back his spines, but fails. And instead will lacerating leaves on Grabella. He is flanking.
Oh my. Ouch. Ouch.
A slashing leaf cuts quickly under your mask and across your neck.
Oh.
Grabella, you take 22 slashing damage, which is halved because you are raging. A lot of it going into the barrier protecting you. You only take 2 damage, but your barrier is gone.
I'm gonna need your help. Ow.
He will attack again. And miss with advantage.
Nobody needs to hear your face rubbing on that.
The old man Razor Leaf shrieks at you. Another one comes in. This one ambling towards Kozlo in the cannon. Let's see how far he goes. Yeah, he'll go right in front of Kozlo. The small Razor Leaf ambles in front of you, Kaz. And he will attempt to shower you in sharp leaves. First one hitting. Kozlo, I knew you do have a Rod of Retribution. I just want to remind you, so you do have a reaction in there somewhere.
Oh, I always forget that I have that.
Kozlo, this one doing 12 slashing damage to you. Not quite breaking through your barrier yet. He will do it twice, unless you have a reaction.
Yep. Yes. I will use the reaction from my arcane firearm. Which means it has to... I don't know if there's a way that can I just post this?
I think so.
So it needs to make a DC 13 dex throw. It takes 2d10 lightning damage on a fail or half as much on a success.
He succeeds with a 19.
Alright.
Give me
So
2d10, half of that, so he's going to take 4 from your arcing lightning retribution. He will attack you again. Kozlo, you duck the leaves. The razor leaf. Azrael, you're up.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Where is this little asshole? 40 feet.
Starbucks.
Meow, meow, meow.
He wants to purr and rub his face on my microphone. Well, very cute. It's not the most. So if you hear purring, I swear it's not Grabella. Maybe. Probably.
She's just all excited after that pollination.
Bleh.
We are going to
Excuse me. My
cast
nose.
command. See if this works. I don't think this works, but we'll see if it does. Cast command at 4th level. No, okay, it's not gonna be actually multi-target. So, I am gonna cast it at 4th level, so all of them will be affected. So they will all need to make the save.
Oh my god. 1, 2, all 4 of them?
Yes, I'm casting it at 4th level, so I get a creature per level.
That one fails with a 14 and is sufficiently commanded.
We're telling them to grovel.
Oh, okay, he's gonna fall prone and end his turn. I'm just gonna mark him now so I don't forget.
Yep, that's fine.
I will make the roll for the rest of them. Wisdom save DC 17. He fails. He will also do as you command. Is it grovel again?
Yeah, it's only one word to all of them that are affected.
Wisdom saving throw from the top one. Fails. He too will serve. The one next to Kozlo. Oh my god. I cannot hit 17. And he too grovels, falling to the ground, burbling
Not
incoherently.
Which makes sense. Granddad's, his mind's probably like starting to go like, I don't know how dementia affects plants, but it can't be good. Cool.
Trump 2024.
I mean, yeah, there you go. So yeah, just critically, they lose their next turn. They lose their next turn actually groveling, just so we remember that. And
Nice.
Since I have my bonus action back, we will use Scythe-chan. My gosh, I have to figure out some way to sort spells. Oh, here we go. I can do it by prepared. There we go. Perfect. Sifting through the entire cleric spell list is getting very difficult.
Oh god, yeah, you could just click prepared and it'll only show you the ones you prepared.
Don't consume this because he's already cast.
It'll be normal. He's not prone yet.
Can I? Yep, there we go. I can set it back to normal.
That'll hit. Scythe
I don't know why.
What's up?
I don't know why it would be a disadvantage with him being prone, but I guess maybe spiritual thing counts as.
Is he ranged?
It shouldn't be
a melee spell attack. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a melee spell attack, so maybe it thinks it's ranged because I'm at range. I don't know how it's ranged, but anyway, it's fine. It's fixable. So
14 force damage is enough to make that razor leaf look pretty bad. What else are you doing, Azrael?
That's it. That's Azrael's turn. Oh, I guess I can insight check. May as well do that real quick. I'll just get another HP.
On that guy? Good. There you go. Grabella.
That's it.
All you.
So you don't have advantage yet, Grabella, because they haven't.
Yeah, they haven't groveled yet. They will grovel on their turn.
Okay.
So these two are technically not prone. I will actually just mark them as not prone now. And then I'll remark them.
I'm gonna think for just a millisecond. I'm going to sword burst.
Oh god.
Oh god. Can I target both? What is it that I do to target both again? Sorry.
Shift T. Mouse over and yeah, there you go.
There we go. We go sword burst.
Dex saves from both of them. Oh, what's this? Oh, trash. Both of them fail, one with a 13, one with an 11, and you do 3 force damage as you spin in a circle and slash at them. Grabella? What else are you doing with your round?
I am going to target. So I still have a move and a bonus action.
I will, the red stuff is all difficult terrain, as the razor leaf is upended the dirt. Also, this razor leaf speed is 0 right now.
I am going to spike this one as a bonus action.
That'll miss.
And miss. And just because she wants to get it over with, we're gonna Mace of Terror at minus the terror. That's my final thing.
That'll hit. Oof. For 7 bludgeoning damage, most of the fronds fall off our poor, old man friend, and his fancy haircut is almost gone.
Try to get this one done so I can focus on the other one.
And that'll end my turn.
Very good. Next up, the razor leaf falls to the ground and begins to grovel. Kozlo, you're up. This one is not prone yet.
Okay. Ballista will take a little side step and try to shoot this one that's right on top of Kozlo.
How dare you? A crit's good?
That'll do.
Blap.
Get him, Ballista.
Oh my god. Do you want to launch him back 10 feet?
Yes.
He goes 10 feet backwards. 5, 10. Blasted back into the bushes.
Oh man, does he piss off the vines?
Actually, yes, he does. Hold on. The icicle vines, with him in proximity, he is forced to make a dex save. Critically fails! Okay. He takes 1d12 damage. He takes 2 damage as he is hurtled into the vines.
All the other plants in here are like, yeah, fuck these assholes. They've been shrieking for weeks.
Kozlo, now no longer in melee range, will take a few steps over this way. Just a few. And we're going to try and finish off the other one.
Okay, Ray of Frost. From downtown. Hits the razor leaf. And it is enough. You hear, Grabella, the crinkling of cold and frost as the razor leaf freezes from the inside out and falls at your feet with a garble.
No, finally.
Oh, I keep forgetting to roll my temp HP like a day now.
Kozlo will take his remaining 2 steps this way, and that will end my turn.
Very good. Next up, a razor leaf. He is commanded. He grovels. Next up, there is a razor leaf. He is commanded. He grovels. Azrael, you're up.
Okay.
The groveling razor leaf is currently stuck in the icicle vine.
I think we'll start over here and help Grabella out a bit. We're doing it. We're gonna toll the dead.
Oh shit.
Oh no, wait. We're not gonna toll the dead on him. Never mind. Abort. We're gonna toll the dead on this guy. Because we can
Psych.
actually see his hit points, so we know he's not hurt. But he is.
I was gonna laugh as it did half damage. He's gonna make a wisdom save. How smart is this plant? Very stupid. Fails with a 3.
Awesome. The grandpa that's hit a
13.
rough time.
Poor grandpa. Asriel, 13 told the dead damage to the guy in the icicle vine, who is quickly
And we'll have-
frosting over.
Sai-chan come to Grabella's aid. Like, how can I never find a spiritual weapon?
Mm.
So bad at this video game. I don't know why it's at disadvantage, because it shouldn't be. It actually should be advantage, because it's a melee attack. It's a melee spell attack.
21 will hit as the razor leaf flops on the ground. You slam him with the scythe. Holy shit.
And we'll go ahead and insight this last one.
What would you like to know?
Let's get the last hit point bar.
Alright. How did I know? Hello?
No, indeed.
Resources. Display bars. Always for everyone. Hello?
It's okay if he has no hit points. That's fine. We'll take that too.
He do though. Hold on.
I don't know. Forge doesn't seem to agree with you.
There we go. It do.
Ooh.
He's full. Asriel. What else you doing?
That's it. It's action bonus action.
Grabella. You are raging. A razor leaf falls at your feet, frozen. The one behind you is groveling on the ground.
No, right.
Everything around you is difficult terrain.
I don't need to move, I just miss.
Oh god. Da 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 da. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You'll have advantage. That'll hit. Smash. For 8 bludgeoning, however, he is very spiky. Grabella. You take 1 as you prick your fingers as you slam your mace into him.
She's gonna do that again because she's just accepted that things hurt.
Fair. That's a
Fires
crit.
of your
Oh my
rage.
god.
Oh,
This 1 damage is gonna... Oh, alright. 17 bludgeoning is definitely a lot more. He will do not touch you. For 1.
What?
Not even
And
breaking.
then-
No, stop!
And then she's just going for it. She's just whatever. Fuck.
He
this
says,
fucking
do not
grandpa plant."
touch! Do not touch!
I'm gonna touch.
Stay off grass.
Next 30 casts new spell, Stranger Danger.
She's gonna spike the shit out of it.
Alright, 7 piercing. He will do not touch you. For 1 damage.
She just makes like a battle cry in his face to try and show dominance.
You just have like little like pinprick like cat scratches on your hands as he tries to battle you back. Whoa! Grabella, you've used a lot of smash. What else are you doing with your turn?
That is it. Your Bella's just going at Grandpa here.
This guy up top, I believe, is no longer commanded.
So yeah, he can get up now.
He spends half his move to get up from prone. And double moves? That's all he can do. Kozlo, you're up.
Oh, is he also affected by the...
He is.
Oh shit, nice.
The two... This one and this one are still prone, right?
That is correct.
And the one up top is not?
He is not.
Okay. Then we will begin the old horse ballista loop-de-loop.
Not into the icicle vines again.
Nah, I'm gonna shoot at the ones that I don't have disadvantage against because they're prone.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Not that
That'll
it
miss. 120 feet of cannon. Kozlo aims a ray of... Oh, is that a grenade? A ray grenade?
A grenade of frost, yeah.
Grenade of frost. Let's see it. This is gonna suck because his movement speed is reduced by 10 and he's in difficult terrain and he's a plant. He essentially roots in place.
Kozlo does finger guns and ends his turn.
Next up, the razor leaf in front of Grabella. Gets up from prone. Spiritual weapon. Why are you here? He cannot move. His move is 0. He is gonna let rip a shower of razors, as he has not done this yet. In a 10-foot radius, he begins to shaka. Grabella, make me a dex save.
Oh god. There we go. It took a minute to prompt.
Grabella, you fail with a 13, and you are showered with spikes that do not penetrate the barrier. You still have 4 temp HP left.
Ow!
He will lacerate you, but miss. His initial shower of razors, because he's rooted into the ground, is going to do 1d6 more necrotic damage. Forgive me, Grabella. Which will be rounded down to 2. As the razor leaf roots in place and shimmies back and forth. He does a little bit more necrotic damage, but is losing leaves at a rapid pace. This razor leaf at the bottom of the screen here slowly gets up from prone and gets the hell away from the icicle vine. He's gonna go 5? 10, 15, 20, 25. As he shimmies up behind Grabella, moving through the dirt. Alright, sorry, Grabella, but he's also gonna shower of razors behind you. Grabella, dex save.
I don't know why those, but those are just taking a minute to proc for me.
Oh, good. Ooh,
There we
Grabella,
go.
you succeed by 1 with a 15.
I'm actually dexterous for once.
However, finally, some of the damage gets through your shield and the needles pierce your skin.
Ow!
Let me double check.
You ever feel like you just get 1,000 paper cuts at once? The worst.
your whole like we're just gonna like dip you in a whole vat of Bactine later, and you're just gonna be on fire.
Azrael, you're up.
Mhm. Well. How are we feeling, guys?
Functional.
Yeah.
I'm dealing.
Okay.
If I get my barrier up for long enough, I seem to be doing okay.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead. We'll run it back. We will cast command again.
No! My turn!
That was a good move. I like it.
We will cast it at 3rd level. So we have lots of 3rd level spells.
He
So it'll
makes
hit
a
all
wisdom
3
save.
of them again.
Fails with a fat 9. He is commanded. His friend makes a wisdom save. A 6. Startlingly amazing rolls from the very wise Razor Leaves. Okay, let's just go for the straight. Why don't I just hit the casino today? As all of them immediately fail. And are once again swayed by your command.
We will...
Stupid plans.
A moment where Grabella feels less than inferior for one.
Yeah, we'll go...
Go back to bed, Grandpa.
We'll go with Grovel. We'll go with Grovel again. I know it kind of mucks with Kozlo a little bit, but I think it's better for Grabella, so we'll go with that.
The Razor Leaves try and fight the urge to fall to their knees, but they cannot resist the call. Azrael, what else are you doing with your round?
We're going to use our bonus action for Sachin to snip and snap. Misses.
Ooh.
That is Azrael's turn.
Grabella, you're up.
All right. That is not my sheet. Open sheet. Do I have another sword burst?
It's a cantrip, so you should.
Oh yeah.
You should
Oh, yeah.
So.
cast it forever.
I think you are correct.
Yep, you can go nuts with that.
You're gonna blamp.
Alright, the Razor Leaves will be forced to make a dex save. First one. Second one. Ooh, one fails, one succeeds. One taking no damage, the other taking 4 as you spin with your blades.
I'm going to target one, I swear. Bonus action armor spike. I like to do it in this order today for reasons I cannot describe.
That'll miss.
Damn it.
Do I get a touch reaction for that one?
No, because you missed him and he does not proc if you miss.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Well, I'm definitely gonna hit him.
Oh god!
She's gonna mace the terror without the terror.
That'll
She's
miss.
gonna miss. Grabella completely whiffs. Except for a little bit of tickle on one of them.
This rooted
damn
Razor
it.
Leaf just wiggles back and forth.
They won't stay still.
She says, totally knowing that's incredibly false.
He's the Matrix!
Damn it.
What else are we doing with your round, Grabella?
That'll be it. I think I'm just kind of in the shit and we're just gonna leave everything. And hope that my temp HP stays good, which it does.
The Razor Leaf to the north, once again, falls to his knees and grovels. The ray of frost wears off. Oslo, you're up.
All right, so now the one up top is prone and the other two are not.
Correct.
Force Ballista will take a couple steps this way and target the closer one.
That'll miss. Swinging wide into the plants. Phew.
Oslo on his same shit.
Alright, there we go. Just roll the grenade into the group. The razor leaf wilts slightly under the cold, but does not seem to be as affected by it as you would think.
I might have to use fire here soon.
What else are you doing with your round, Kozlo?
I guess that's it.
Next up, the razor leaf to the north. He will grovel and falls prone.
You don't have to say it like that. He could do it with some panache. Like, he can enjoy himself while he grovels.
He will not. And they are all prone. Asriel, what are you doing?
Okay. Then we will...
All of the razor leaves are just on the ground thrashing.
We will toll the dead.
This guy makes a wisdom save. Fails with an 11. Takes 16 necrotic damage. It shrieks. Bang!
And then we will sidechain him for great advantage.
16 will hit. Or 16 force. The scythe chan takes advantage of the thrashing razor leaf and begins trimming him vigorously.
Snip, 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 snip,
Snip, snip, snip, snip, snip.
He is almost bare branched. Oh my.
That is Azrael's turn.
Grabella, you are surrounded by prone, thrashing razor leaves.
At least they're taking a nap.
So the two near me, I'm not in danger of setting the whole place ablaze if I hit them with a flaming sword, correct?
Neither of them are in fully... Hold on, let me look at this guy. No, they are not in plant tiles. So you would actually be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to set my sword on fire. And then I'm gonna start with... Actually, change my mind. Start with this one. And...
You'll have advantage on this. Double 18s definitely will hit. For 14 slashing. Let me see the fire damage. Hit that other formula, please.
Oh, that's right.
That is fire, and Grabella, they shriek as the fire touches them. They are vulnerable to fire. And
I am trying controlled birds.
As it shrieks and burns. You are lucky that he is next to a precious tile, and not in one. And none of the other foliage around him combusts.
Grabella will then turn her focus on the one behind her.
It thrashes on the ground. That'll hit. Oh god.
Whap!
For 18 slashing.
And a little toasty toast.
And 14 fire.
And I believe that will end my turn. She will keep the fire sword as close to herself as she can as to not set anything on fire.
Grabella, you gain some temp HP. The razor leaf to the north gets up from prone. It's half his move. And he moves through difficult terrain, one tile. He will target Grabella and attack twice with the lacerating leaves. So he gets up, he crawls towards Grabella, sending his hand towards her, and leaves begin to fly out and slash at her. Alright, let's see it. An 18 will hit. But it doesn't even get through the shield, as it only does 7 slashing. He sends more leaves in your direction that fly over your head. Oslo, you're up.
We will continue the old roundabout. Shoot. This one, which is now up.
You got 2 up, 1 down.
Is this one alive still?
This one?
Yeah.
No, he is quite dead.
Okay.
And the one
That one there is
South.
dead.
Also
that one's dead. Yeah.
Okay. I was
It's just the one
They're
by me
slightly
and
faded,
the
you
one
can tell.
north. Yeah.
Yeah. I just she said 2 up, 1 down. I only see 2 at all, so it must be one.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is 1 up and 1 down.
Gotcha.
There,
Okay.
Yeah, one's
That
for
was my bad. I
problems,
misspoke.
Okay. Cool. Force ballista does force ballista things.
Okay.
Is that 2 crits from Force Ballista?
Yeah.
Force ballista is on its shit today.
Force Ballista, more like it.
Oh my
Damn,
God.
girl.
For 27 force damage. Do you want to push it back 10 feet?
Yes.
He cannot get through this difficult terrain. He has been on these like same 2 tiles for like 5 rounds.
Oh man, you could actually keep him from getting back to Gerbella if you land Ray of Frost.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I guess Kozlo does. Well, let's see. Okay. I guess it was the other one I hit with the frost before. So, out of scientific curiosity, I'm gonna hit this top one.
That'll hit. For 7 cold damage. The razor leaf roots to the ground, and his speed is minus 10.
And that's it.
Sounds good. Next up, the razor leaf next to Grabella gets up from prone.
No.
That's all he can do. He is going to see if his shower of razors recharges, and it does. He's going to do it again.
How dare.
As he grows back his spines, he begins to shake them at Grabella once again. Forcing the needles out. Make me a DC 14 dex save. You easily succeed, and the needles go scraping off of Azrael's twilight barrier.
The rare and elusive win.
That's not too shabby. He will, however, take the advantage to lacerating leaves you for a crit.
Oh.
26 slashing gets halved and lowered by the shield. Grabella, you only end up taking, I'm squinting, 9 damage instead of 26. Azrael, you're up. The razor leaf does not move.
We really know how to like sip at Grabella's immense hit points, don't we?
Just like
You're welcome.
slowly
you're
going
welcome.
down.
Excuse me.
I mean, it's a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I keep putting my
This is teamwork. This is
constitution
teamwork.
to a test because I know nobody else got it.
Okay. I think we got this, right? Do we need another command? Are we good? I think we're good, right?
Another. Oh.
Yeah.
I think we're
Trying to
functional.
command
Ring the bell.
Yeah, it's time for some tolling of the dead. He will try and make a wisdom save. Fails with a 12. Wolf.
Oh.
Bang!
And then Sai-Chan's gonna roll up on him.
Asriel, you do notice as you toll the dead that they are resistant to necrotic damage.
I kind of noticed that a while ago. I just don't care.
Continue
though.
tolling.
Fair.
Continue tolling.
We shall.
You
we
told
shall.
that.
Oh, this was probably gonna kill it.
Ooh, just a bit outside.
Just close. The poor razor leaf, flopping around, gurgles as it drips sap. And looks up at
Alright.
Grabella.
I think we're good here. Grabella, all you. Give you the honors.
Grabella,
Alright.
you're up.
We're feeling spicy, so we're just gonna try to bonus action it and see how it goes.
Only shoulder it? Oh, alright.
If I can remember to target things, that would definitely help. Hello? Okay. That wasn't just me. There was some...
Get spiked.
Okay!
Get really spiked.
Get extremely spiked.
Get the most spiked that ever did get spiked. How does it feel?
As you return the favor, spiking the razor leaf as opposed to being spiked. He is going to spike you a little bit on his way out. Grabella, how do you kill him on your armor spike attack?
She is just gonna plummet him directly into the ground where he belongs.
1 damage later, you feel his spikes barely piercing your flesh as you rage him into the ground. 1 razor leaf remains. Also, the earth returns to normal as this one is dead.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I have the visual in my head right. Grabella, did you just give him the people's elbow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
thank you.
did. I elbowed the shit out of mother trucker.
Feeling good about what she has done. I'm assuming this is foliage because of that little ghost leaf, yes?
He's what?
That ghost leaf where I am, does that mean that I am in foliage?
No, that just means where you started your turn.
I think she means this thing.
Yeah. Where I am currently.
Oh, he is not in foliage right now.
Okay. Then
Is that just like a cool design on the floor?
Yeah, it's just a floor design.
Yeah, alright. We gonna do the thing. To this one. Being as I pummeled him into the ground, I should be able to frick this one up a bit.
A flaming greatsword arcs through the air. Not just 12 slashing, but 20 fire damage. Grabella, you managed not to light any of the surrounding foliage on fire.
And then she's gonna do it once more with the verve. Damn. We did
Okay,
good with
huge
the-
hits. 14 slashing. 6 fire.
Yeah.
Another 6 fire.
And she's just gonna... She knows this is probably gonna do a attack of opportunity, but she's gonna step out of the way so people can shoot at it still, so...
As
Spike
long-
me up!
Just make sure you're still in my radius.
You are still in range, so you are good.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Next up, the razor leaf. Grabella, you are going to take some retaliatory damage. So you hit him 1, 2 more times. That's gonna be 3. Grabella caring nothing about the spikes.
Bring it.
He will pitifully try and shower you with razors. A defense mechanism. Trying pitifully not to die.
Grandpa, just go to sleep. You're tired and cranky and nobody likes you.
Rebella, make me a DC 14 dex save.
Oh, there we go.
You will
That's a
fail that
no.
one. But it only removes most of your shield, leaving you with 1 temp HP. The razor leaf. No spines. Only desperation. Attempts to lacerate you. For 16 slashing, getting through the shield and just chipping away slowly at your hit points.
I,
Oslo.
for some reason, randomly DC. It's because my cat has figured out how to turn my computer off, and she is staring at the button.
Oh no. Coslo, you're up. The razor leaf is on its final legs.
Mine's giving me a 1-2.
Yeah.
If you were to crit again, I swear.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
That
3
is
ones?
the opposite.
Oof. Force Ballista running out of force.
Oslo will step over a bit closer. Checking something real quick. So he is not in foliage, so I can fire him.
That is correct.
All right, and we go in for the old standby.
Ah, the classic.
It's
That'll
not
hit.
Toll the Dead, but it'll do.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Jeez.
Coslo, tired of the bullshit, busts out the gun and incinerates the remaining razor leaf.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Thank goodness.
Sorry, was it vulnerable to fire? Because I saw a big red number flash really fast.
Yeah, it is vulnerable to
Yeah,
fire.
So we just been sitting here.
No,
playing
the
hard
trick
mode.
is to not kill them while they're hiding in the other foliage. You're gonna piss off Catherine.
Yeah.
But for now, the pissed off razor leaves are no more. And combat has ended.
Good job, team.
Yeah.
We did it.
Now what are we doing?
I don't remember.
Where are we doing that to like show the players who is boss and then we can do the stuff?
I think
Where'd
we're just
the
trying to
lady
get to
go?
the Night Bloom.
Yeah, the night bloom lies in front of you, just around the corner. Corbella, you could see it from your vantage point. A big, beautiful purple bulb surrounded by swarming butterflies, emanating a dusky, midnight blue glow. A large pod that looks like it could contain a person and would most certainly be a logistical nightmare to move. A massive plant probably weighs about, well, a couple tons considering its girth. But for now, it is 9 o'clock, a little bit. The game ran a little bit late. And we'll call the session there as you approach the night bloom and decide just how to procure one of its valuable seeds. Did you guys have
This will
fun?
be easy. Yes, beating up plants is weirdly fun.
Good to be back. Well, we'll get your night bloom seed. Hopefully everything with the night bloom will go fine. And you'll be on your way to being the, the true commerce master of Maginox. Finally. I will see you all next week for some more Kaamos, but for now, I will let you all go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for playing
Thanks,
with me.
y'all.
It's good to be back.
Yes.
And I will see you all in the Discord. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Sleep.
Bye. All right, and that's it for Arctis today. Whoa. Thanks for watching. Check us out over on YouTube and catch the full VODs, Arctis DD. Keep track of the story. You can watch our shorts and funny moments over at Play Arctis. Twitter. I'm never calling it the other name. And on TikTok. And I'm your DM Zarina. Thank you very much for watching. Good to be back. I hope you had a good time. I did very, very much. Etc. Nukiyashi. Remember, thank you all for watching and spending some time with me today. I appreciate it. And I will see everybody on Wednesday for some Ascended. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you next time.